Okay. Start with loosening exercises. Change. I've completely lost track of whether we've been doing this for 1 minute or two. So the heck with it, we'll do it for an extra minute. Live dangerously, that's what I say. Get the legs nice and bouncy. Oh, my screen has frozen. Hopefully it will unfreeze. Lynn, if you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? Lovely. Okay. Oh, it seems to have unfrozen. Did my picture freeze? Or, yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Not quite sure why. Hopefully it won't happen too much. My computer's showing that it's got a strong Wi-Fi signal, so I don't quite know what the problem is, but what the heck. These things happen. And change. feet a little bit wider, and change. And feet in slightly, breathing in, breathing out, squatting down as much as is comfortable and safe. Trying not to lean too far forward, trying to concentrate on the squatting bit. One more. Come up. Relax the legs. Don't bend them, just relax them. Hands down by the side. And now imagine that you are a statue cast out of bronze or cast out of marble, and try and stand for, oh, I don't know, we'll stand for a couple of minutes, but without any movement whatsoever. You will find bits itch or twitch or whatever. Just ignore them. Just be completely still. If it helps, just concentrate on your breathing. Nice, slow breathing. And relax, just let your body move. Can be a surprisingly difficult exercise. Sometimes it's obvious, you get an itch or you get a twitch. That time, for me, my right eye, on 3 separate occasions, the eyelid, I'll come into the camera, the eyelid started doing that. It started just gently, gently, gently going to sleep, but only on the right eyelid. And so once I became aware of it, I could counteract it. But the body wants to move, and we live, especially these days, in a world where everything is in a rush. So just taking a few minutes and making the mind control the body so that it is completely static for a few minutes, for most people, it is challenging. I was teaching some people earlier today, and one person admitted that anything sort of more than 5 seconds was difficult for them. Anyway, let us gently roll the shoulders. Just going to check to see what the temperature is in here. It's 25, which is a bit on the hot side, but it will be good when we get to the stretching for me. Try and make the shoulder rolls as big as possible. No rush, but really try and work the shoulders through a full range of motion. Change direction. By the way, with this exercise, don't ignore down. So pulling the shoulders down as well as pulling them up, obviously forwards and backwards. But I think down, I tend to forget about. You should be working all of it. If you can, one shoulder in one direction, the other shoulder in the other. And reverse. The danger I find with this exercise for me is that my right arm, the right forearm in particular, starts to tense up. I've no idea why, but Everything should be relaxed. And relax. Take the arms out, palms up, small circles. Other direction. Knees relaxed, slightly bent. Then medium-sized circles, other direction. And change direction. Change direction, big circles. Change direction. Cross the hands over, open them, cross them, change which hand is on top each time, give yourself a hug and then throw the arms out. Hands up and then down, pushing them back, pushing them back. Try to keep the upper arms parallel with the floor. And relax, just wriggle the shoulders, few gentle U shapes with the head. Okay, go to 1 foot, roll that 1 foot forwards and backwards. Go to the other foot, forwards and backwards. Now turn sideways so hopefully you can see. Just push the toes down into the ground. So you're pulling the heel up, trying to lift the toes up, as it were, by pushing them into the ground. So the heel as high as you can, the toes into the ground as strongly as you can, on 1 foot, obviously. And then switch to the other foot. I'm switching to the side just so you can see what I'm doing. Pushing the toes down, raising the heel. I find with this exercise, not only am I pushing the toes back, but the shin, the front of the lower leg, there's something happening there as well. I'm not quite sure what, but there must be some muscles or tendons that get involved. And relax. Bring your hands in front of you. Raise the knee to touch the hand. Yeah, that's right. Raise the knee to touch the hands. If it's easy, raise the hands a little bit more. and relax. 1 foot, I'll do it sideways just so you can see. 1 foot behind, both legs gently bent. So you're on your toes of the rear foot. So yeah, on the toes, raising the heel of the rear foot, front foot flat on the floor. And then switch legs. In about 10 seconds, we're going to switch legs again. If you can step back a little bit further or bend the legs a little bit more, that's great. Switch legs. Obviously, only do what you can do. One of the side effects of this exercise for me is it makes me very aware of trying to keep my body upright. So I'm not leaning forwards, I'm not leaning backwards, hopefully. And change. And relax. Going back to the arms, or the hands in particular, push down, pray, pushing both down, push down, pray, pushing both down. Nice and gently, just enough pressure so that you know you're working the joints. It's uncomfortable, but not painful. Now the next set will hold each posture. So hold, push in a little bit more if you can. Relax gently, switch to the other hand. Thing is to hold the upper part of the hand more than the fingers, because if you hold the fingers, the finger joints just bend, whereas if you hold the upper part of the hand, then you really are isolating and pushing into the wrist joint. I couldn't think what it was called. Now, palms together, pushing down, pushing both palms together. So pushing the wrist the opposite direction. You're also obviously pushing inwards, so you're actually letting some of the chest muscles work and possibly elongating some of the back muscles. There's actually quite a lot going on when you do this. And relax, excuse me one moment while I dig my eyeball out or something. Tuck the elbows in, circle the hands. Knees should be slightly relaxed, slightly bent. Change direction. The next exercise, we're going to do it static, but for me, it's always a walking exercise. If I'm out walking, if you're ever following me or you're walking with me, you'll see most of the time I continuously either make a fist, make a fist, make a fist, make a fist, or I make a sort of a, I don't know, whatever shape that is. So my hands will either do that or they'll do that. And I'll do one of them for half a mile and then the other for half a mile. But we're just going to do it with our hands out here, just clenching and unclenching the fingers. Relax the legs, let the knees bend a little. Put all your focus into clenching and unclenching your fingers. And when you clench them reasonably tightly. Because you're not only working the muscles of the fingers, you're also working the forearms. So you should feel quite soon that the muscles in the forearms start to kind of go, oi, what's going on? And relax, give the hands a little shake, and then come back. And now we're going to do, oops, my screen's frozen. We're going to do that. We're going to clench the fingers and the thumb in. Again, legs relaxed, knees slightly bent. Now, by this stage, my forearms are letting me know, oh, frozen again, come on. Yeah, by this stage, my forearms are beginning to complain, but you just let them complain. You just carry on with the exercise. The mind controls the body. And relax, give the hands a shake. It's much more difficult doing that with the arms raised. If you're walking along and doing it, you find you can do it half an hour quite easily. Doing it that way, if you can do 5 minutes of each, you're probably doing quite well. Let's see. Diddly dum, diddly dee. Um, Elbow up, hand down the middle of your back, pushing down. I couldn't think of any of the names of any of the bits of the body there. Pushing down. You can use your fingers to kind of crawl down your spine. Just show you what I mean by that. I'm kind of doing that with the fingers. Then relax. Go to the other hand. And relax. Go back to the first hand, really push it down a bit more. Then relax. Go to the other hand, other arm, push it down a bit more. and relax. One arm across and then pull, 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 pull. If there's a sudden popping noise and your arm falls onto the floor, it means you've pulled too much, but a nice stretch across the shoulder and some of the back is a good thing. Relax. Switch to the other side, the other arm. Pull, pull, pull. Probably find that one shoulder is tighter than the other, or one arm seems to be able to stretch across further than the other. That's normal. What I find interesting is, let me think. Yeah, for me, the weaker arm, the left arm, is the one that's slightly more flexible. I guess that means the muscles in the right shoulder are slightly stronger. And because they're slightly stronger, they're slightly more tense and inflexible. So it doesn't matter, it's just worth being aware of who you are and how your body works. Relax gently. Gently close and open the shoulders. Okay. Take the feet hip width, not hip width, what are these? Shoulder width apart. Gently. Left, right, forwards, backwards. Left, right, forwards, backwards. Of course, if you want to be a rebel, you can go right, left, backwards, forwards, but I leave that up to you. One more set. I'm going left. I'm going right. Forwards. Backwards. Straighten up. What I'm going to do now, and you do this gently, I'm going to lean back. And then when I'm leaning back, I'm going to start turning side to side. But be careful. If you're not used to this exercise, gently is best. And relax. Circle the hips. Nice and gently. Other direction. Take the feet out a little bit Go back to what we might term the very first exercise, the turning the waist, letting the arms float around the body. Now look to the front, circle the hips. Change direction. If you can, take the feet out a little bit further. Make sure the legs are a little bit bent, the knees are relaxed. Go back to what we'll call the first exercise. Circle the hips. Knees really do need to be relaxed. Change direction. Now, if you can, one more, slightly wider, bend the legs, turn the waist. Obviously, if you're doing this exercise by yourself, you do it as many times as you comfortably can. Going wider and wider until one leg is in London and the other leg is in Calais. That would be a bit wide, wouldn't it? And circle the hips. Legs bent, knees relaxed, ankles relaxed. Change direction. And relax. Right, I'm going to change the camera view, and if you care to sit down. Go back to Zoom. There we are. Oops, move that out the way. Where's it gone? There we are. Okay. Oh. Oh. Come around here. Come down this way. Okay. Start kneeling on the mat, the toes bent back, palms on the mat. So 4 points of contact. Raise one arm out in front. Put it down. Raise the other arm out in front. Put it down. Raise one leg behind. Put it down. Raise the other leg behind. Don't put it down. Leave it there and raise the opposite arm. So I've got my left leg and my right arm up in the air, and I'm trying to keep my balance. Then put the leg and the arm down, raise the opposite leg. Once you're comfortable, raise the opposite arm. And relax. Turn around, sit down. I was going to say raise both legs and both arms, but I thought that would be showing off. So, sitting down. Sorry, let me just squeeze forward a bit. There we go. Sitting down on the mat with your legs in this kind of diamond shape or square shape. Just put your arms on top of the knees. So just resting the arms there, just allowing the weight of the arms to encourage the knees to go closer to the floor. I mean, if you're one of these lucky people whose knees go all the way to the floor, then great. But there's about 1.5 inches on either side for me. Then grab your ankles. I couldn't think what they were called. Small circles with the body. Change direction. Change direction, leave go of the ankles. I cross my hands, you can do what you like. But here, as you come back, you're trying to go a bit further back. So working the core a little bit more. And change direction. Straighten up. Put your thumbs on your soles of your feet and massage the soles of your feet, pushing the thumbs into the feet. So you're digging in. And anytime you find anywhere that's a little bit sensitive, you spend more time there digging in, digging for gold. Toes, the bit where the toes join the feet, all over. Ooh, found a nice tender spot there. Spend a bit of time massaging it. And relax. Sorry, bear with me, I need to grab the handkerchief. I have an incredibly itchy nose. Okay, itchy nose sorted. Palms on the floor, slightly ahead of your feet, leaning your body forwards. Obviously, if you're super flexible, you can just put your head down past your feet, do it, or into your feet, do it. I'm building towards that nice and slow, just leaning forwards as much as I comfortably can, letting my hands go forward a bit more when they are ready to do so. relaxing, stretching, relaxing, stretching. You may find that you can do a little trick of breathing in and then as you breathe out, going a little bit forward, breathing in, as you breathe out, going a little bit forward, or you may just prefer to stay where you are until the muscles relax of their own accord, and then you can stretch forward a bit more. Then gently bring the hands in, sit up, take the feet out straight in front of you. Grab the thighs, the shins, the ankles, the toes, whatever you want to grab, you grab it. Try and keep the back straight so you're not bending forward from the upper spine. You're trying to bend forward from the middle. Then relax, cross one leg over, go forward. Relax, slowly, gently change the legs over, go forwards. Relax. Take the legs out as far as is comfortable, and I'll be honest, for me tonight, that's not as far as I would like. There's some tightness there in my leg. Okay. Big bowl of porridge. You've got a big wooden spoon, stirring the porridge or the Christmas pudding. Mainly trying to lean forward. So we're not going back like we were in the other rotational exercise. This one is mainly keeping the weight either upright or forwards. Change direction. And relax. Gently down towards one leg, just a little way, and then up and down towards the other. Really very small movements. and trying to relax. And as you relax, you can increase the range of motion. But you're not trying to force things. Sorry, you're not trying to force things. You're just relaxing. And slow is better than quick with this, by the way. I'm probably going a little bit too quick, so I'm going to slow it down. Oh, my nose touched my leg on both sides. That's either because I'm getting more flexible or, like Pinocchio, my nose is getting bigger. Hopefully it's flexibility. And relax. Straighten up the body, keep the legs where they are, take them out a little bit wider. You can sort of pull them out and just hold them there. Now, again, for me, this is quite an extreme stretch for me tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look forward, but I'm going to grab one foot. So I'm pulling myself down to the side, but I'm still trying to keep my body forwards. So the previous stretch, we were turning to the leg. Here we're doing something different. You'll probably find muscles across your back, or you may find muscles across your back are getting a little bit of a stretch. And then we relax, come up slowly. Always come out of stretches slowly, I'm sure you know that. And we go to the other side. Again, trying to keep my body facing forwards. Relax, we'll do one more on each side. So going down to the side. Oh, by the way, the hand that's not helping you with the stretch can go anywhere that you find is comfortable. Gently come up, go to the other side. Gently come up, bring the legs in, put the hands behind you, give the legs a little wiggle. Slowly come up to a standing position. Take your time, no rush. Let me change the camera back. Go back to Zoom. Oof. Feet together, small, gentle circles with the hips. Now, I fully acknowledge that anybody who's doing this exercise, who's 20 years old, is probably thinking, what the bloody hell's the point of this? I think, though, anybody over the age of about 30 or 40 is probably going, oh yeah, it's because the small of my back needs it. Change direction. I mean, if you don't, if you find you've been doing those kind of floor stretches and you get up and the small of your back is completely relaxed, great. Okay, feet comfortably apart. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Simple as that. Gradually try and increase how high you are reaching. So you're stretching your arm, you're stretching across the back, you're stretching the leg a little bit. And relax. Feet about hip width apart. Come up on the toes, rock back. Up on the toes, rock back. Good. Shake the legs out. Relax. Roll the shoulders. Other way. Circle the arms fairly slowly. Not too slowly. Just the right speed. Other direction. Opposite directions, and get the waist involved and relax the legs. So this becomes a whole body movement. Change direction. And then switch to the one where your arms just go up and down. And again, the legs are involved in this as well. And a big deep breath. One more. Let the eyes close, rest, breathe gently for a minute. Open your eyes. Everything gets its little shake out. And thank you very much. Thank you. Let me just turn the recording off. And if you care to unmute,